Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to Bantal. Alright, so I happened to pop on this map the other day, and I was like, yeah, this map's still pretty cool. That's why it's in one of my top 5, right? So what we're gonna do is I just felt like playing on this map today because I popped on the other day. So we have the field of canola that is ready to be harvested. So we're gonna go ahead and harvest some of it right now. So I uninstalled a few mods that I used to have on this map. So I have some other random ones. One of the ones that I have, or I should have had, was the not the Ford. I don't know why I said Ford. The Taurus, which was like a Dutzfar prototype type tractor. So that's the one we used to have, but we don't anymore because I uninstalled the mod for whatever reason. I think it was just due to the fact that I had something else. I had something else that was, or I don't know what. I don't know why I took it out originally, because I like that mod. I think the reason why is because I basically started my mods all from scratch again. I think that's the original reason why. Let's just put that up a bit faster. There we go. So I think that's the original reason why I took it out. But because I realized that, I'm like, oh, I should put that back in. Actually, that'd be kind of a nice a nice mod to have on this map. But it's funny though, because now I'm looking at this map and I'm looking at some of the mods I have on here. I'm like, some of these don't quite fit very well anymore. So it made me think, like this combine, for example. I think it's unlikely you would see a case combine in Germany. Just guessing though. It's more likely you'd see a Kloss. But that's just a random guess. Like, what do I know? So, anyways, yeah, I kind of popped on the map. Felt like playing on a little bit. I was kind of looking at the map choices I had, and I was like, what can I play on? Because I have, like, Michigan, and I have Georgia, and I have Tungstorf, and this one, and a couple other ones. And I was like, what can I play that might be that I haven't checked out for a while? So here we are on Bantal. Still a great map. It's really hard to beat, in all honesty. Like it's one of the nicer mods that's out there. So I think you can actually, if I choose, you can actually raise the reel. I think, if memory serves, with the side panel. Well, looks like I think you can, but maybe I can't. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Or maybe I can't have it on while doing it, but that doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. How's everybody else doing? How have you been enjoying Farm Sim thus far? Are you guys excited for the Homer DLC? That's going to be kind of cool. That comes out, I believe, in March is when it said it comes out. March 10th, I think, is when they said. So, like that, for example, that DLC would probably work pretty well on this map. It's kind of like the saddle track, I believe, would be the closest thing we have to it right now. There we go. Let's just put the pipe out so when I'm ready to unload, it's not a big deal. Yeah, the Homer DLC looks pretty cool. It's only got 2 vehicles, so some people are saying it's a bit overpriced, kind of like the IT Renner Pack. Yeah, maybe. I think the reason, this is my opinion, but I think the reason why it might be a bit more expensive is because the amount of work that goes into like the saddle track type scenario, because that's a bit more difficult to use than some of the other, like, to create than some of the other vehicles. But that's my best bet. Yeah, I don't know, but that's what I have to say about that one. So I'm not sure if it's actually overpriced or not, or for me it's overpriced because I live in Canada and we have the Canadian dollar right now, and the problem with that is the fact that I can't use that. I keep using the joystick to look around, but I can't in this game. Maybe I should change it. It would probably interfere with being in a front loader though, that's the problem. Anyway, so yeah, because our Canadian dollar is really low right now, so I looked it up last night, so like 10 euros would cost me like 15 or 16 Canadian dollars. So it gets kind of up there a little bit. So I don't know, but the two the two vehicles you have, like the sugar beet harvester, and then you have the I'm calling it a saddle track. I don't know what the actual name is. It's the Homer, whatever you call that thing. I can never remember what it is, but it looks like a pretty cool little pack actually. I don't harvest sugar beets that often, to be completely honest. I don't harvest sugar beets that often, but I do think it's a cool pack because we've had the Pterodos around for a while in Farm Sim, but it's always been modded ones, and they've always had something like just a little bit wrong with them, which is always the problem I've noticed at least. There's always been like some little thing wrong with the mod itself, so it made it so it didn't work as well as it could have. I don't know why that's the case, but it always ended up happening that way, so. Always ended up having problems with it. Like it was, like the last one I remember using the Pterodos, it had like rollers that were underneath the ground. I guess we're gonna have to switch to our vehicle. I don't know what ones I have in vehicles. Oops, don't hit the Windows button, Iain. Group 2. Apparently I have lots of combines. But not very many John Deere. This guy. What did I have in this guy? I don't know. This is where I used to have a Taurus, obviously, because it was planting potatoes. And that must be the last thing I was doing. But now I don't have any tractors there. But I need a bigger tractor, so let's not buy a stock tractor. That's just nonsense. Let's see. Should we go for a class 850 or 950? 850 or 950? We do have these ones are a little bit too small, but we have some bigger Deutschfahrers. I'm not a huge fan of these ones. No, this one's okay, but that has the weird sound. And these ones have the arm, and I'm not a big fan of the arm. So, I think we'll go with the 850. Or the 950. 850? Let's go with the 950. And, for those of you who have never seen this map or haven't really looked around this map before, I'll just hop into the new tractor. There it is, finally. And this is where the shop is, up in the northwest corner by Vice 1, which I guess means Field 1. And let's go inside, put the steering wheel down. There we go. That's a really cool feature. I don't know if you can turn it on from this. I apologize for the beeping sound in the background. We got 50 centimeters of snow yesterday, and they're still cleaning up from it. So if you're wondering why that you continue to hear beeping sounds, it's not the game. It is a wheel loader in the parking lot cleaning the snow that we got yesterday because we got 50 centimeters of snow. Yeah. I think it was pretty awesome, actually. I went to help my buddy clean out a spot for his car, and where he normally parks his car, they put all the snow there for the time being, so he can't park his car in his normal spot. So it's kind of funny. I had a bit of a chuckle. He didn't laugh so much. Oh, good, no one's coming. Excellent. So this is what the map looks like for those people who have never really checked this map out. And if you haven't checked the map out, I definitely recommend it. It's a very lovely map. What is that doing there? That's kind of random. That's obviously spreading manure. Or was spreading manure, at least. I believe, if I go in here, I think it's... no, not that half. It's the back half there. I left a trailer back here. And I'm just trying to remember where I put it. It's not here. Maybe it is back there. Yeah, it is. Alright. So this is where I was, this is from the UPK kit right here. Where is that trailer? I know there's one around here somewhere. So this is the UPK as well. This is for seeds, if memory serves. Yeah. Saatgut, which is seeds. I must have taken the seed fertilizer mod out because I no longer have the building there at all. So when I fire up this map, they're like, "Oh, you're missing buildings," and I'm like, "You know what? I am." I cannot see some of the buildings. Or it was more like you're missing. Oh, here it is. It's like you're missing, you know, this particular thing. Oh, I took that out as well. Huh. I used to have a building right here. This is the biowork, I think it was. Alright, let's back up here. Nope, that's going forward, Ian. Still learning the pedals, apparently. When you start out driving and you're just learning how to drive and all these things, so yeah. Actually, it's funny. I had my nephew here not too long ago, and he got to use like the steering wheel pedals for like the very first time. You should have seen how you should have seen that look on his face, like he was so happy to use the pedals, because like he lives on a farm already. So he never gets to use, you know, tractors essentially because he is 7. So he got a chance to like play this game a little bit with tractors and steering wheels and stuff, and he was having a ball. It was hilarious to watch him. Like the very first time he got so excited, like pushing the pedals. I'm like, you don't have to push the pedals that hard. Like they're not going anywhere. But he was like, you know, jamming his foot down the pedal, like basically tipping it over, which is pretty hard to do with the G27 pedals. Maybe if you have the farm sim pedals, it's not so much. Oh, we have that field. Oh no, that's the. Oh, I remember what it was. Because I planted that field, and like the outside rings of that field are planted, but the inside isn't. But anyways, yeah, he was just having a blast with it. So it was pretty fun to watch him. Oh, look, there's another one of these trailers. And there's a sugar beet harvester over there. I should really, I don't know. It's funny. The funny thing about this map is I could easily come back to this map and just continue where I left off without a problem. That's always my, like, when I find a nice map that I enjoy playing, like, I can play it for way too many episodes. But unfortunately, not everybody is down for 100 episode series. Some people can deal. Some people like it. Oops, this is not where I want to go at all. Guess you get another little view here. Some people don't mind it, but other people do. As you can see, I probably use Courseplay for this. This is why we have little bits and pieces of barley, it looks like, just sitting there. So I don't know. I don't know how some people do it. Like, some people manage to continue a series for a fairly long time and still maintain, like, keep it fresh, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I don't know. I could play the map for a long time, but I think the reason why it's not fresh the whole time, because I like doing. There's some things I just like doing in the game, so I end up doing them a lot, like combining, for example, like we're doing here today again. So that's why we're here combining. I fully admit it's one of my favorite activities to do in the game, which is why I do it a lot. Although I'm a fan of. I'm definitely a fan of the potato washer now too. I definitely think that's a cool mod, and I should really put it on this map if I'm going to play it more often. But I don't know. Just felt like a map I needed to play on a little bit today because I haven't played on it in a long time. I think it's been like months. I would say. Has it been months? No, it couldn't have been that long already. Maybe it has. Wow. It's been a while. All right, let's get this combine unloaded here. There we go. That should be fine. There we go. Perfect. Let's hop into the combine once again. Not that one. As you can see, we have lots of combines just chilling out. There we go. Nice. It's funny. I was watching. What was that? No, I wasn't watching. I was on Twitter, and Farm Simulator posted a video for the mobile edition of Farm Sim. And in the mobile edition in Farm Sim, what happens is you can press the honk button twice, and it will call the tractor towards you. I thought that was kind of crazy. Anyways, and then I basically tweeted back to them saying, "Why isn't this in the regular game?" It's basically like Courseplay is essentially, but I was confused as to why we don't have that in the base game. And then some people are like, hashtag giants. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Very true. I don't know if I have the BGA running on this map. I think I do, because it's such an awesome BGA. Honestly, I would have to look that up. 1 second, coffee break. My coffee's been sitting here for a while. I need to drink it. Lovely. The one downfall of this map, like, I think to make this map even better, I think you would need to have multi-fruit and soil mod. But soil mod on this map would be kind of quite a daunting task, actually, because it's a pretty big map. But like I've always said, this map is a big map, but it doesn't feel like a big map. Some maps are big and they feel big, so it is quite like, you're just like, oh my goodness, like, how long is this going to take? But some maps just, they are big maps, but they don't seem that huge, so I don't know, this is one of those maps. A couple of older maps, not older maps, but a couple other maps like Coldborough, for example, and I think Chellington, they both have the same sort of feeling where they're actually fairly large maps, but you don't get that impression when you're playing on it very often, unless you're getting to like one of the larger fields. But generally they are, you know, they feel like they're kind of medium-sized maps, but in fact they're actually quite huge. Looks like we're separated between these two places, the Sugar Beets area here. In field number 10, we have a hedge right here. That's what it looks like, at least. I'm pretty sure you can drive through it, mind you, but it's a good windbreak in reality, because if there were no hedges there at all, you'd basically have wind erosion, I imagine, which is not a good thing. I don't know if you're from England, let me know. Do you need to have hedges along the rows? Is that like a requirement? It's like, or maybe in the Netherlands as well, you might have to have that. I'm not sure though, because I know in Canada or Ontario at least, I don't believe it's necessary. You can pull out I could pull out the fence row here, for example, and make it into one big field, but I don't know if you can do that in other countries. But in Ontario, I believe you can. I've seen it done, so I know you can. Well, just because maybe you're not supposed to, but like, depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a bigger field, then yeah, I guess so. But if you want to prevent erosion, then maybe it's not the best idea. So, yeah, I don't know. Almost full once again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have any larger combines that would even work on this map. When I think about it. I guess the Class 780 would be the best combine if I were to switch out with combines. So I think when I started playing this map, it was just early on in the mod scene, relatively early on in the mod scene, so there weren't that many choices in terms of combines. And in all honesty, like, the in-game combines are still some of the best combines I've seen. I haven't seen many that are like, wow, that's amazing, but no. There's a couple that were pretty decent. Like one of the classes I have, I don't know if I even have it loaded in here. Let's see. No, not the AGCO ones. These ones are okay. They have some issues. I think it's the Class 600. This guy right here is pretty good. And these ones are awesome. Yeah. But that really would be your choices for this map, I think, at least. There we go. Looks like we got one full headland done. Finally. There we go. Somebody apparently just texted me. Excellent, nice. Let's grab the other tractor here for a second. Actually, that was a tweet, not a text, now they see it. So, that was one of the weird things I saw on Twitter the other day. By the way, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at IPJ Robson. That's India, Papa, Jaguar, ROBSON. I tweet fairly regularly. Usually it's banter with Farmer Beavis and a couple other people who chat at me often. But I'm on Twitter if you guys are. I've been asked a few times whether I'm on Facebook. I am technically on Facebook, but I don't have a Facebook page. And in all honesty, if I were on Facebook, I wouldn't be that. I have to, the way I have my Facebook set up, it's actually a difficult task to log in because I have two-factor authentication set up. So it's like I log into my computer, so I log into Facebook, and then it sends me like a text, and then I have to. Oh, I didn't put that guy in a group. Oh, it was a silly idea, Iain. Why didn't you do that? And then it sends me a text, and then I have to log in there. So it's like two logins essentially. But because I have it set up that way, I rarely log into Facebook. Like last time I went on Facebook was because my sister texted me saying go on Facebook. To put it in perspective at least. Anyhow. Let's just grab this load of canola here and then we shall proceed. I do like these class tractors though. They did a really good job on these. They're probably close to what Timbers are, I would say. Like on the same sort of level. Somewhere in that area, I would say at least. They have some other little things, like I think they have a script that changes the camera angle depending on the land. So like if you're on a hill, it changes like which way you're looking. And I don't think every other mod has that. So like you can see it when you're going over bumps and stuff. And you would never drive this fast in real life, but I don't want to spend 5 minutes getting here. Technically, this Crosetto is actually an Italian trailer, if memory serves. Yeah, I believe that's what it is. Rimochi Crosetto. That's how I'm gonna say that. But it's a nice trailer. I've had it for a long time now. Ooh, that looks pretty cool, actually. Is this combine fully unloaded yet? Not quite. Not quite. Anyways, I think I'll stop it there for the time being, folks, or I'll continue harvesting the whole field. And I'll probably lose some of you guys there. Anyways, that'll be it for me for today, folks. This has been a revisiting of Bantal, which is always a great map. Definitely recommend checking it out. My name is Iain Robson. If you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate that. And I catch you guys later.